Hello and welcome. My name is Greg Anderson. I am a member of the Council on Aging Board of Directors. I'm happy to be with you, and we're going to spend some nice time talking a little bit about things that are happening at the Council on Aging. I've been working with seniors for about 21 years, so I definitely have a perspective not only of things that are really great that are happening that could be a benefit to seniors, but also what we as a community in Sandwich can be doing to make our experience as the best it can be in terms of programming, activities, all of the things that the council has to offer. And what we're going to do is we're going to really break this out into 4 key areas. So we're going to look at wellness and exercise, things that are happening in that context at the council. January events throughout the month. Every month, in fact, great things are happening. What are they? Transportation. Transportation is a big thing here in Sandwich, and we want to make sure that you and the general public are aware of the things that are happening in terms of transportation in the community. And then we have some general announcements. And yes, we're going to throw in the birthdays as well and make sure people are recognized for not only the good work that they're doing, but also for a lot of the volunteerism that happens here at the council. If you have any interest in clarification, if you hear something that skims by a little too quick, or you're feeling like you might want to get some more information or more details on things that you hear in this program, please don't hesitate to do one of 2 things. Visit us online and also go to the council directly. You can stop by the office at 270 Quaker Meeting House Road and you can talk to any of those fine folks there, or you can always give them a phone call at 508-888-4737. Okay, I'm hoping that you have your pad of paper and a piece of a pen and a pad of paper is what I'm trying to say, and let's get started. Let's talk about some great things that are happening in January. Let's talk wellness and exercise. There are some things that are happening as it relates to different programs. Some of these are regular occurring, some are new. Let's talk about them. Many programs for wellness, by the way, are about a 4 to 6 week program. So it's a class that extends, and the cost per class would be for that 4 to 6 week duration. So consult with the Council on Aging as it relates to all of the individual pricing, but let me tell you what's happening. Zumba Gold with PEG, that happens every Monday and Friday morning at 7:50. In January, it will not be held on the 18th. Evening yoga with Susan, Mondays at 3:30. It's been moved up into 3:30 time frame, so that goes from 3:30 to 4:30. Again, not on January 18th. That is the Monday. And then you have a bunch actually, programs of yoga classes with Cheryl. On Tuesday, you have them on Tuesday and Thursdays. Tuesday at 9 o'clock, that's gentle yoga. Tuesday at 10:30, it's a little bit more of a challenging program. So those are the 2 that are every Tuesday with Cheryl. Then Cheryl comes in again on Thursdays. She has 2 programs on Thursdays. One at 9 o'clock, that's a regular yoga class. And the Thursday at 10:30 is chair yoga. These are great programs and adapted for seniors. So if you're interested in yoga, pay attention to what is available there. Restorative yoga, that's a class that will happen on Wednesdays, the 14th, 21st, and 28th of January. All of those start at 3:30. Restorative yoga, what is it? You may be asking. Well, restorative yoga poses are designed to open the body in a gentle and healthy manner, in a comfortable way. It focuses on relaxing the body. It's a different type of yoga and can actually help loosen up some of the tightened spaces within your body. This practice helps to lower high blood pressure, reduce your heart rate, relieve pain, and stimulate your immune system. So a whole bunch of benefits for this. It's restorative yoga. It happens Wednesday, January 14, 21, and 28, all at 3:30. Make sure that you bring a mat, a pillow, beach towel, blankets. Some mats are available if you request them. If you're interested in this, you do need to register, and you can call the Council on Aging to do that at 508-888-4737. Tai Chi, that is Tuesdays at 1 o'clock, another great program. Cardio strength cardio and strength building class with Diane. Diane teaches this class Wednesdays from 9 to 10 and Fridays from 9 to 10. It's a total body workout, a low impact dance aerobics, strength training program. And actually, that is the cardio strength. Well, yes, that's a little bit of what she does, but it's also similar to 20-20-20, which I'm going to tell you about in a bit. This program, cardio strength building, it is great for all levels of ability. Don't eliminate yourself because you think it's not appropriate. Come and find out. And I'll remind you again later, if there's anything that you want to attend and you want to try it out, or even come and just watch, please do so. There's no obligation, and we'd love to have you over there and take a look. Massage. Who doesn't want a massage? I want one today. D is offering them. They're the first and third Wednesday of every month. It's $1 a minute. So for a 15-minute workout, you can really loosen up the necks, you can get into the back, you can get into any of the areas that you really want to work out for $15. It's really not bad. Go 30 minutes for $30. So D does this. Make sure that you call and you register so that they know that you're coming. Just call the Council on Aging and let them know, and get rid of some of that stiffness, which the holidays can definitely bring on. And that 20-20-20 program, it's an advanced class. It's a low-impact dance aerobics class. It's fantastic. It's been going on for a while. Wednesdays at 7:45 a.m. in the morning, and Saturdays at 9. So keep those in mind. One thing that's worth noting, anybody that is a part of these exercise programs needs to have a medical release form. Let me just explain that to you. While it is our policy, and we encourage people, as I said, to come and take a look at all of our programs, come and join one and just see how it goes. If you like it, stay and sign on. If you don't, take a pass. No harm, no foul. But if you do sign up for these classes, a medical release form from your doctor, which basically says you're okay to do this. We need that form. You can access that through the Council on Aging. If any circumstances change, surgeries or any health circumstances change, please let us know, and we're going to ask you for another updated one. But it is part of our process, and we do ask you to help us out. Any questions about that form or anything that you need as it relates to that, make sure that you contact the Council on Aging, and they will help you out. Feet. Who doesn't like to talk about feet? Let's talk about feet. Not my feet, because you don't want to see my feet. Maybe I don't want to see yours. But let's talk about foot reflexology. This is something that the Council offers, which I think is a fantastic program. It is the first Thursday of every month. It's basically a 30-minute program that is going to help with that, help you understand and massage and work out your feet to help you from a wellness perspective. It is a great program. It is done by a certified practitioner in reflexology, and her name is Cynthia Flaherty. If this is interest of you and you've heard about it, go online. Take a look at what reflexology is. It has great benefits, and we offer it the first Thursday of every month at the Council on Aging. You do need to let us know in advance that you're coming, so give us a phone call and we'll make sure that you are there. There is a cost. It is $1 a minute, so it's $30 for your 30 minutes of foot reflexology. Let's stay on the foot care issue. Foot care program. The Council has this. It's another great program. It is the second Friday of each month. It is led by a specially trained registered nurse who provides a variety of services that are at low cost. It is not covered by insurance. It's basically $29 for someone to work with your feet in the areas of assessing how the condition of your feet are, really do a diagnosis of anything that may be troubling to you and make some connections that you may need to speak with your doctor about. if there's any cleaning or trimming or anything that has to do with care and hygiene, that can be done at that session as well. Massaging, moisturizing the feet, and powdering them up before you hit the road again and go home. The feet are one of those things that are very important for our well-being. And when our feet aren't functioning, the rest of the body tends to have a problem as well. So this is a great program. Again, it's the second Friday of each month. Call the Council on Aging and let them know that you're interested in coming down. $29 for it. It does not get covered by insurance, and I think that it will be a great benefit to you. If you have any ideas, any suggestions, any thoughts of a program or something that might be of interest that you think would be of interest to the Sandwich community, and anybody that is that baby boomer on up population, please call the Council on Aging. We want to hear from you. If you have an idea, let us know. We'd be happy to put things into the schedule. We're always working on bettering the schedule and making it a really great program. So let's move on to the next area. Let's talk about some events, things that are happening on a regular basis that are not necessarily a wellness program, because I wanted to separate those out. Let's talk a little bit about some other things that are happening. Scrabble group. That Scrabble group is a great group. They play now in the lower meeting room. It is 10:30 to noon and always open to new Scrabble players. So stop in if that's of interest to you. Every Tuesday at 1 o'clock is Mahjong. They are also playing in the lower meeting room now. So you can always come in through that back side and go right into the lower meeting room there. The Monday painting group, this is a great program. Bring your items, bring the things that you want to work on. Sit with a group of people who are like-minded, who have an interest in creativity, or frankly, who have an interest in conversation. This Monday painting group is at 1 o'clock. It goes for an hour and a half, 2.5 hours. It goes from 1 to 3:30 on Monday afternoons. Definitely stop by on a Monday afternoon, poke your head in, see if it's something you might like to join. It's a great group of people. Tuesday afternoon, there's a quilting group. If you are interested in quilting, it goes from 1 to 3. They are now meeting upstairs in the back meeting room. And if you are interested, stop by, meet the group, bring your project. Maybe you can get some help with your project. It's a nice way to connect up with people. And new quilters are always welcome. Friday afternoon, hand and foot card game. That is at 12:30 to 4 o'clock in the lower level. And men's poker. The gentlemen like to get together Friday afternoons at 12:30. Please, no gambling. But various games, a lot of fun, and it's a good group for the men to come out on a Friday afternoon at 12:30 throughout the month. Cribbage group. Who doesn't like a cribbage group? Mondays from 10 to 12, 10 to noon on Mondays. You don't have to have any experience. There are people there that can help you learn if you'd like to learn. Let the Council on Aging know that you're coming, and they'll make sure that they save a seat for you and you can join the game. So that's cribbage, Mondays from 10 to noon. Solo dining. This is a great program. Once a month, a restaurant is chosen. This month in January, on January 12th, is an outing to Bobby Burns here in Sandwich. It's a nice way to meet people over a meal. You don't have to know anybody. You could bring a friend, but it is an atmosphere to go out for lunch to a great restaurant. You'll pay your own bill at the table, and you will enjoy a good meal with some good people. We do it every month. January 12th is Bobby Burns, and we'll let you know about next month's down the road. There's also a request for no walk-ins. They do have to reserve the space at the restaurant, so just definitely let them know. In fact, the RSVP date would be January 8th. So if you want to go to Bobby Burns with the Council on Aging group on January 12th, let us know by January 8th, and we'll save you a seat. Current events discussion group. Friday, January 8th and 22nd at 10:30 in the morning. Come bring your politics, bring your ideas, bring your observations, take a look at things that are happening and talk about it with others. It's a nice opportunity to talk about all of this. It's a very welcoming, open group. And there's always something to learn and always something to contribute to. So again, that current events discussion group is Fridays in January on the 8th and the 22nd at 10:30 in the morning at the Council on Aging. Painting class. This is with instructor Anne DeRoche. She is known as the Cape Cod Colorful Artist. So this is a class, Wednesday, January 20th, from 1 to 4, 4-hour class with a professional artist. Paint a Cape Cod scene, complete your own masterpiece using acrylic paints on a self-framed panel that you can take home with you. Be sure to check out the example that is on display at the Council on Aging next time you're in there and see the work that is actually done. It's beautiful and a lot of fun. The cost is $20 to the Council on Aging and then another $15 for the actual materials. So be prepared to come with $35, but 4 hours on a Wednesday afternoon in January to make a Cape Cod scene with a professional artist and a couple of friends. It would really be a nice take. So the deadline to register for that is Friday, January 15th. There is a space issue, so we're going to keep the space down a little bit. So call the council, 888-4737, and register for that really great class. Council on Aging has a board meeting. We are the last Monday of the month, so it is Monday, January 25th at 3 o'clock. You're welcome to join us in the lower meeting room. The public is always welcome. And the Friends of the Sandwich Council on Aging have their board meeting. That is on Thursday, January 21st at 3 o'clock as well. Shaker-style table runners. What's a table runner? A table runner is one of those things that goes across the table and kind of drapes down both ends. It's a nice decorative piece. Come and learn how to make one yourself. Wednesday, January 13th, from 10 to noon, instructor Joanna Olson is coming to the Council on Aging, and she has taught at the Shaker Museum. She will teach you how to make a beautiful table runner. My wife would love this, that you can use paints, you can use other materials, develop your own canvas table runner and bring it home with you. It's a wonderful program. The cost is only $20. Come and join the crowd. Enjoy that program. Let the Council on Aging know you're coming. They'll save you a seat. And there is an example of this table runner at the Council on Aging, so you can take a look at it there as well and kind of see some of the things that you can be making. How does this sound? Men's haircuts. We always need them. I need one right now. Free of charge, although we would ask you for some gratuity to the barber himself. He is there Thursdays in January from 9 to 11. So you definitely want to plan to come by. Walk-ins are welcome. Swinging by, fine, drop on in. First come, first serve, just like the barbershop. He'll cut your hair. Gratuities are always welcome, but this is a free service in Sandwich for seniors. No appointment is necessary. So again, men's haircuts at the council, Thursdays from 9 to 11. And I think those are actually held in Jan Timmons' office. So all the hair will just go right onto her desk. I think. I don't know. It may not be the case. You never know. Legal counsel. On a serious note, we have a vast array of legal representation in the Sandwich area, Upper Cape and on the Cape, that you can take advantage of. So the council brings these different attorneys in and can advise you in areas that you may need some consultation. So let me give you the rundown of who's coming in and when. Attorney Bob Kosman is coming in Tuesday, January 12th at 1 o'clock. Attorney Michael Lavender, Thursday, January 14th at 1 o'clock. Attorney Mello's office, a representative, will come in January 25th, that's a Monday, at 9 o'clock. And Attorney John Kennan on Wednesday, January 27th. So basically, you have them all throughout the month. Scheduling appointments is required. They want to know who is coming in and how to manage their time. Book yours by calling the council today and letting them know that you would like to meet with an attorney on any of those days that I just listed. Go to the website for some more clarification. And of course, everything that I'm talking about is in the newsletter as well. Genealogy class, before we wrap up and wrap up on all of these events. Genealogy class with Judy Hendy. There is no class in January, February, or March. She asked that we let you know. I wanted to make sure that I was holding true to that promise. So genealogy class, if you have an interest in it, it is not being held in January, February, or March. As I said before, if you have any ideas, if you have a cousin, a friend, a colleague, anybody that you know that may be someone that could host a presentation, an informative presentation, do an arts and craft, start up a program that might be of interest. We are always interested in ideas and new suggestions. Seniors of all ages are important to us at the Council on Aging, and any input into how we can further that programming each month is definitely something we'd be interested in talking with you about. So keep that in mind. Just give the Council on Aging a call and speak with them directly, and we'll be glad to help. Let's talk quickly about transportation. As I said at the top of the show, we are very interested in making sure that people are aware of the transportation that's available. Listen to this. If you need a ride, you need to go to the supermarket, you need to go to a doctor's appointment, you need to go to the hairdresser, check with the Council on Aging's transportation availability, because we have it for you. Schedule a ride through the Council on Aging. We do have drivers. Please book those appointments, hairdresser, doctor, your whatever, no earlier than 9:30 in the morning and no later than 2 o'clock in the afternoon. That's the window that we ask you to work with your appointments, and we'll help get you there. Call the Council, 888-4737, to book your reservation and do it sooner than later. Seating is limited. If you're using a wheelchair, you must have a companion with you to be able to lift and transfer you safely, as our drivers will need that extra assistance. So keep that in mind if you are in use of a wheelchair. Also, the Sandwich Council on Aging volunteers provide transportation as well. I was just talking about our drivers who work for us. Volunteers like to step forward and offer some help as well. This service is for routine visits only, so let's make it a repetitive one versus kind of a one-off situation. We ask for at least 3 days notice prior to your appointment in order to get that volunteer driver who would be available. Never a guarantee on that, but let's work with the volunteers as much as we can. And we also ask that any appointments or any of the transportation that is needed is between 9:30, and 2 o'clock. We also have grocery shopping transportation to Stop and Shop on Thursday mornings, as well as to a pharmacy and a bank. So there are transportation availabilities. The one thing that I will tell you, we're going to go into a little bit more detail in a bit. Make sure when the snow falls and you have icy conditions on the front of your home or wherever access is for the driver to come and scoop you up, please make sure that that is a safe walking distance or that it is a safe condition. Rock salt, shoveling, whatever arrangements you need to make, please make sure that you have our drivers in mind, because they will not be in a position to come to a home that is not prepared for them to safely transport and to walk. So keep that in mind. Boston Hospital transportation. Anyone going up to Boston, travel from the Cape direct to Boston hospitals in a wheelchair accessible bus, Monday to Fridays. No holiday service for any of these. Pickup locations, here's where they are. Mid and Upper Cape, 8 o'clock a.m., Barnstable, Route 6, in 132, the Burger King there. That's where you can get the bus that will take you up to a Boston hospital. Sagamore Rotary as well, 8:15 a.m., reserved by 11 o'clock the day before. Let them know you're coming and they'll know to expect you. Cost is $30 round trip, $15 one way if you have someone that's going to come back and pick you up. Reservations, write this number down. I told you to get the pen and a piece of paper. Reservation number is 1-800-352-7155. Schedule medical appointments between 10 and 2 if you would, to keep that transportation into the middle part of the day. Bus leaves Boston in the afternoon no later than 3 o'clock. So keep all of that in mind. Again, if you have any questions, do not hesitate to contact the Council on Aging. They'll give you all the details. Cape Cod Regional Transport Authority now has fixed bus routes. This is important for you to know. Cape Cod Regional Transportation, CCRTA, has begun a fixed route service in Sandwich. They wanted us to tell you this. The route begins at the Sagamore Park and Ride Lot and makes various stops along the way to Hyannis. You can access the service at the specified stops, or you can just flag the bus down if you're between stops. And one of those stops is the Council on Aging in Sandwich. Cost for senior citizens age 60 and over and disabled of any age is $1 per way, per ride. You must have exact change, as drivers do not make the change. CCRTA vehicles are handicapped accessible. If you have any information, just give them a call. It is 1-800-352-7155. They'll give you all the details, and that is it for transportation. A lot of stuff on transportation. Okay. Let's change the scene a little bit and let's talk a little bit about some general announcements. These are some things that we want you to know at the Council on Aging. Again, I will say all of these you can find online. You can get the newsletter. We can email you the newsletter. This content comes from our newsletter. The team at the Council does a fantastic job condensing it. I am merely one way of sharing it with those of you on television. So, general announcements. Fresh Florida citrus. Oh, I love this stuff. It is back, and the sale is sponsored by the Falmouth Corral, and it is they have half carton orders of oranges and grapefruits. They are now available. Local pickup will once again be in the lower parking lot of the Human Services Building, that 270 Quaker Meeting House Road in East Sandwich, where the Council on Aging is. Upcoming delivery dates are January 16th, February 20th, March 19th, and the order deadline will always be the prior Sunday. So watch those dates, order from the always by the prior Sunday, and you can contact Karen Scribner at 508-833-4835, and Karen or Christine Michelson will help you. You can reach Christine at 508-833-1990, and you can place your order with either one of those two folks at their numbers, and they will make sure that you get your order in. Remember, fuel assistance. Let's talk about that. Make your fuel assistance appointment for this winter season with our outreach coordinator, Rita, and make sure that you get that in sooner than later. You can reach her at the Council on Aging, 888-4737. By the way, Rita wrote a really wonderful article in the Outreach Corner of the newsletter. Take a look at that if you get a chance to see it online, or if one has been mailed to you, or you can pick one up. It's a great article, really talking about surviving and coping with grief, especially around the holidays. Really good information and a nice read, and thank you, Rita, for doing that. As we round up, let's talk about some volunteer information. Pat Ryan had put some information in the newsletter about in her volunteer corner section. And here are some of the things that she is mentioning that I want to pass along to you. Remember that the drivers do need access to your door. It's what I was saying before about making sure that things are shoveled, that there is rock salt, that you have somebody that is coming to your home and clearing that way for our drivers to make sure that is handled properly. Many local stores will carry shoe grips that can be placed over your boots and shoes. Make sure that our drivers are treated with that respect in terms of making sure that they're not asked to jump through too many hoops to come and get you. This is something they enjoy to do, but we need your help with the safety part of that. You might want to keep a bag of ice melt right by your door. The overall message here is, let's think safety. We're now in the middle of winter, and we have people here that are eager to help you, and let's make sure that we're safe. If you have any questions on that, please give us a call at the Council. Council on Aging does have a scholarship program, and I don't know if you know about this. It is available to low-income seniors for activities and programs. So any of the things that we were just talking about that would be of interest to you, if there is an interest on your end to explore whether you may qualify for this scholarship, just get in touch with Jan or Rita at the Council, and there is an application process, documentation. There are some things that we're going to ask of you, but it would actually be a nice option for you if, from a financial perspective, you would qualify. So definitely call us. And please do remember to let us know if you move out of town, if you change your address, if your newsletter that is being in paper form being sent to your home and you don't want it there anymore, or if you have moved or any circumstance, help us save a stamp, save the printing, and let us know. So simply just give us a call in advance and let us know if any of those circumstances have changed as it relates to you receiving the printed newsletter. And if you are getting it, I'm glad you're getting it, and keep getting it because it's a nice piece. From the Elder Services of Cape Cod and Islands, some information that they've asked us to send along to you. They have an elder luncheon program. Healthy, delicious hot meals are served at the Sandwich Housing Authority, which is at 20 Tom's Way in Hyannis. 4 days per week, Monday, Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays. Get out of the house during these winter months and make sure that you reconnect with some people that are some new acquaintances or some old acquaintances, but go have a hot meal and enjoy it. So you've got those 4 days per week at the Sandwich Housing Authority. A voluntary donation of $2 is requested, and we would appreciate that. Reservations you do need to make, so make sure you call the Sandwich Housing Authority. I don't know why I said Hyannis before. It's actually in Sandwich. But the Housing Authority would welcome your phone call. If you know that you're going to be coming, you can call them at 508-888-2965. Couple quick things just to wrap up. Options Counseling. Options Counseling is a service that comes to you courtesy of the Council on Aging. It is a short-term decision-making counseling support service. So for any consumers of any income, elders, seniors, anybody that is individuals over the age of 18 with any disability, please utilize this service if it is of interest to you, your family members, caregivers, and they are basically providing services for short-term decision-making, short-term resolution, if you will. This is not ongoing counseling, but it is in a beautiful, supportive setting with professionals. And if this is of interest to you, Options is a free service. Options Counseling is a free service to you. You can give their referral department a phone call and let them know that this is of interest to you to attend. The number is 1-800-394-4630. So give them a call. Friends of the Sandwich Council on Aging, welcome your membership. An individual and family membership is only $10 to be a member at the Council on Aging for a year. $10. A business, if you have a business and you'd like to be a member, that would be $25. Make checks payable to the Friends of Sandwich Council on Aging. You can mail it to the treasurer at P.O. Box 107 in Sandwich. In addition to becoming a member of the Friends, financial gifts to the building fund, a lot of great stuff coming down the pike as it relates to a new building for the Council on Aging. Building fund bequests and participation in activities. Anytime you show up, if you want to give a little extra, it is always appreciated to help continue the services that we provide at the Council on Aging. Let's wrap this up with some birthday messages in January to all of the volunteers that are celebrating birthdays, winter birthdays, we should say. Best wishes to John Barrett, Florence Choate, Marcia Baralt, Eileen Burns, Tom Green, Joanne Heatley, Jill Gilson, Tonda Lamb, Betty Mazzoni, Al Nicolazzo, Violet Olson, Almenia Reinders, Antoinette Trousseau, and Carol Vigliano. Thank you for all you do. We could not do it without the volunteers to the Council on Aging, and happy birthday to you all. It has been a pleasure being with you. Again, my name is Greg Anderson. I'm a board member with the Council on Aging. I live and work in Sandwich. I love this community, and I love being able to help you learn a new way in which you can find out what's happening at the Council on Aging. Any ideas, any interest, any clarification that you might have about anything that you've heard in this or that you see in our newsletter or online, please just give the Council a call, 508-888-4737. It's been nice talking to you. I'll see you next month.